Bukod sa pagbibigay balita, naging daan ng PTV Sports sa paghahatid sa inyo sa loob ng tahanan ng ilan sa mga pinakasikat nating atleta. Amin rin pong ipinakilala sa inyo ang mga papasibol na pambato ng bansa, kasabay ng pagbibigay daan para makakilatis ang ilang sporting disciplines na bago sa ating pandinig at paningin. Mabuhay Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, Mega Manila at World. Ako po si Snow Bado at ngayong gabi, time out po muna tayo sa paghahatid balita upang ating sabay-sabay na sariwain at kilalanin ang mga hinahangang sports idols, pati na ang pagpapakilala sa mga disiplina at sport na hindi pa tayo gaanong pamilyar. Ito po ang PTV Sports Special. Isa sa fastest rising stars ng PBA ngayon ay si Talk and Text Tropan Texters rookie guard Kevin Alas. Pero alam nyo ba na sa kabila ng kanyang kasikatan at kinikita sa paglalaro ng basketball, ay sa mga magulang pa rin siya nakatira. At bago pa man po siya ginawang second overall pick ng Rainier San Elasto Painters noong nakalipas na draft, dinalaw po siya ng aming pong tropa sa kanyang tahanan.
It's time we visit the crib of Kevin Louie Alas. Come on, guys. Hi, Kevin. Hello.
Hi, Nicole. Hi, everyone. I'm Kevin Louie Alas of the NX World Warriors. Tara, pasok tayo. Hi, welcome to my home. As you can see, we're here in our living room. Then you can see the pictures of my family. It's my mom, my dad, then my 3 other brothers. And as you can see, 4 boys kami lahat. Then lahat kami, we really love playing basketball.
So all of you got to play basketball?
Yeah, kasi since dad nga namin basketball coach, talagang lahat kami talagang passionate about basketball.
So you have a team in the family na may coach, just my players.
May first 5 na, then may muse na nga rin kami, which is my mom.
Your house is very nice. Who designed this?
Actually, yung dad ko lang na interior nito kasi talagang si dad ko magaling siya sa kasi pag-build ng bahay kasi graduate siya ng mechanical engineering yata. So, pagbuo ng bahay namin talagang idea niya lang lahat.
That's quite different kasi usually it's the girl, the mom who actually fix the house. Yung dad mo pa.
This time naman yung dad ko yung lahat ng idea ng buong bahay. We're now here in our den. As you can see, puro picture frames ng dad ko, yung mga achievements niya, nag-champion siya. Then yung naglalaro pa siya nung college, then sa amateur, then sa pro. Then you can see, naglalaro pa siya dyan sa Santa Lucia. Then nung college pa siya sa Adamson. Then ito nga, nung nagko-coach na si dad, since nung kami magkakapatid, kasama na kami sa bawat champion niya. You can see, nag-champion sa letra, nandito kami lahat magkakapatid. Lagi kaming complete attendance kasi yun yung sinistress out sa amin ni mom and dad na once may game isa sa amin, nandun dapat kami lahat all out support. Kasi iba daw yung feeling pag naglalaro ka, nandun yung buong family.
What's outside?
Then yun nga, papakita yung basketball court namin. So pag may free time kami or summer, dito kami usually naglalaro ng mga kapatid ko.
It's a good idea. Bonding time.
Talagang minsan pag summer, halos araw-araw kami nagbabanding dito yung mga kapatid ko. Kahit yung bunso namin kapatid, talagang araw-araw naglalaro dyan pagkagaling sa class niya. Then uwi na yun. Magbibihis na diretso agad siya dito.
You can basketball also brings the family together.
Talagang yun na lang talaga, basketball brings family. Kasi pag may laro ang isa sa amin, talaga dun kami nakukompleta talaga eh. Let's go upstairs. I'm gonna show you my room. So, I'm gonna show you guys my favorite spot, which is my room. So let's go. Siyempre, ito yung favorite spot ko kasi I can chill here, I can relax, I can do whatever I want. Then, as you can see, ito nga yung parang 2 floors siya. Dito yung first floor, parang ito yung receiving room din sa taas. Dun yung kama ko, dun yung TV.
Parang pwede nga siya parang condo unit.
Condo type nga, ganun talaga yung sinabi ko kay dad pa-design mo na may ganito. So, mas trip ko kasi yung ganito. Then, sa taas yung TV ko, then PS4. So, bago matulog, yung PS4 ako bago matulog. Then, ito nga yung mga personal achievements ko naman. And kasi, so, pag bumababa ako, nakikita ko yung mga trophies ko, mga pictures. So, every day nagigising ako, I keep myself motivated. So, talagang pagpa-practice ako, talagang I give my 100%. So, talagang nag-improve ako araw-araw. So, ito yung MVP ko dun sa Hong Kong, yung with the Gilas team. Then, under coach shot. Then, very memorable to para sa akin kasi yun nga, nag-MVP ako dahil teammate ko nga dito sila Gary David, KG Cañaleta, then sila Justin Melton. So, ako personally, masaya-masaya ako kasi parang ako college pa lang ako nun, then parang ako yung nag-MVP doon. Pero syempre, importante naman yung champion kasi hindi ko rin makakuha ito kung di kami nag-champion. Then, yung recent nakuha kong award, which is itong PBA D-League MVP nga. So, another achievement para sa akin kasi feeling ko hindi ko naman din makakuha yun dahil kay Coach Boyd kasi talagang yung last conference ko, alam mo, magpapadraft ako, talagang tinulungan niya ako personally mag-improve. Yun nga sabi niya sa akin, masaya siya para sa akin dahil nakita niya daw transformation kayo from being one-dimensional pero talagang naging parang all-around na daw ako. So, happy ako na naging coach ko si Coach Boyd. So, this is my dad pala. Kilala niyo naman siguro.
Hi.
Nice meeting you, Coach.
Yeah.
This is you're very young and you achieved a lot already. You played for the NLEX Road Warriors and then you played for your college Letran and then you also played for the Gilas Pilipinas. How do you manage all these things together?
Yun naman yung tuturo sa akin ng dad ko eh. Siguro yung prioritization kasi talagang yung parang alam mo yung dapat na bagay na pina-priority mo kasi yung feeling ko yung ibang tao kasi sa sobrang dami lang di na nila napaprioritize yung mga bagay-bagay kasi as a player you need to maintain your physical health eh kasi importante yun eh. So pag mga ganun, di ka pwede nagpupuyat. So, you eat the right amount of food. Pati yung paglabas-labas dapat bawas-bawasan.
If you were able to pick a team that you want to get into in the PBA right now, which one?
Yun nga yung pinag-usapan namin madalas ng dad ko eh. Sabi ko naman, ako personally, di ako makakapili ng team eh. Ako naman kasi, ang pangarap ko talaga is to make it to the PBA. So, whichever team mapunta ko, I'll be happy kasi dream come true na para sa akin yun.
Pero, if you pick one?
Siguro sa ngayon, there's Alaska dahil nandun dad ko, there's yung MVP group dahil doon ako naglalaro ngayon eh, which is Token, Tex, NLEX, or Meralco. Or pwede rin Ginebra kasi bata pa lang ako, fan ako ng Ginebra.
What is your most memorable from all your memories in your basketball career? Which one would you select that is the one that stands out the most?
Marami. But to name a few, siguro yung to represent yung bansa natin, Philippines. Nakapaglaro sa Philippines, talagang big honor yung para sa akin. Kasi lahat ng players talagang pangarap makapaglaro para sa national team. So para sa akin, pinaka-achievement ko yun is to serve our country.
Bowling ang isang disiplina sa sport na masasabing superpower ang Pilipinas. Bagamat hindi pa rin ito nakakapasok sa Summer Olympics bilang isang regular sports, patuloy po na nakaukit sa kasaysayan ang pagkopo ni Ace Pinoy bowler Paeng Nepomuceno ng Guinness Book of World Records. Ito po ay sa kanyang naging 4 na World Cup crowns. Sinubukan po ni Miss Meg Sioson na laruin ang bowling at narito po ang kanyang nadiskubre.
Bowling, isang intense at highly competitive sport. Simulat sa pool, ay katakot-takot na karangalan na ang pinigay nito sa bansa. Ang larong ito ay nagre-require ng discipline, imagination, at matinding psychomotor skills. Isa lamang si Paeng Nepomuceno sa mga tanyag na bowler sa daigdig at halos 4 na dekada ang nakakalipas buhat na sumungkit siya ng 4 na World Cup titles ay hindi pa rin nababakbak ang kanyang pangalan sa Guinness Book of World Records. Bukod kay Nepomuceno, nakilala rin sa world bowling scene sina Bongko, Arian Sardenya at CJ Suarez sa mga kinilala bilang kampiyon. Bakit nga ba natural na mahusay sa disiplinang ito ang mga Pilipino? Try ko ha.
Ganun yun, nakukuha mo yung basic.
Sa pagtakbo ng panahon, patuloy na nag-e-evolve ang larong bowling. Isa kasi ang sport na ito sa highly technical sa aspeto ng kagamitan at hardware.
In the early years, there are 2 types of bowling. The duckpin bowling and the 10-pin bowling. Nowadays, meron pa rin duckpin bowling, but you can only see in a few bowling centers. But more now, you can see are the 10-pin bowling, which is the big pins. The difference between the duckpin bowling is you see a small pin.
Okay, so mas maliit.
And the big ones are the 10-pin bowling. Now, the differentiate between the duckpin bowling is you use 3 balls, small balls for duckpin, while in 10-pin bowling, you need 2 throws the most. You can make a strike in 1 ball, and you can make a spare on a second shot. But in the duckpin, you can make a strike, spare, and a break. So, but I would not say it's an obsolete game, but we are in the modern, so 10-pin bowling.
At hindi gaya ng ibang ball sports, kinakailangang angkop sa body weight mo ang timbang ng 10-pin ball na inyong gagamitin.
The weight varies from each bowler. The lightest weight is 6 pounds. The heaviest is 16 pounds. Now, it depends on the bowler's total weight. So, at least our guide there will be 10% of the body weight of the bowler, plus or minus. If you have some injuries in the shoulder or in the knees, we go down. But if you're very athletic, we go up. Like that. So that's the main reason.
So it's important then for the balance.
Yes. Kasi when you use a light ball and you can power, your ball will have no direction. So it's very important to each bowler to have the right weight.
Mayroong 3 disiplina ang bowling. Singles event, doubles event, at team event, kung saan hangad ng bawat manlalaro na makastrike o maka-knockdown ng madaming bowling pins tungo sa pagtipon ng punto sa kabuuan ng laban. Strike ang tawag pag napabagsak mo sa isang kukol ang 10 pins. Turkey ang tawag sa 3 sunod na strike. Habang perfect game naman ang tawag pag nagawa mong magtala ng 10 sunod na strike. Fair naman pag napatumba mo sa dalawang kukol ang mga pins.
A bowler needs to roll at least one ball. Then the maximum kung hindi niya na i-strike is at least 2 balls. That is considered as 1 frame.
Higit sa pagiging competitive sport, nakagawian ng gawing bonding activity ng isang pamilya o magbabarkada ang bowling. May time ka kasi na kumain at makipagkwentuhan sa iyong mga kasama habang naghihintay ka ng turn mo para pumukol. Pero ayon sa mga eksperto, marami pang benepisyong pangkalusugan ang sport na ito.
Sabi nila, good for health is exercise, pero they call it sometimes stress-free. After a hard day's work,
Pang-release ng stress?
yeah, pang-release ng stress, leisure nila.
Okay. I think I want to turn myself into a better bowler now. So let's learn the basics of this leisure sport.
I will teach you the basic fundamentals because there are lots of techniques stored for the basic fundamentals. But this, I just want to tell you that every teaching or every execution, there is a certain kind of feel. Yeah, it is more on feels than using the power. So accuracy and timing is the most important in the basic bowling.
Alright, this is the moment. Tignan nga natin kung may marked improvement na ako. I have been waiting for this, ang step-by-step movement ko sa bowling. Are you guys ready? Simulan natin sa release.
The fingers in relation with the thumb in a form of a clock is pointing around 11. So 11, if this is your 12 o'clock, if this is a straight arm, okay, this around pointing like 11, and this one goes like for 4 to 5 o'clock. It's like that. It's like holding a shake hand release. So sometimes you will see or you will hear shake hand release. Okay. But the most important is this one. This should face the target. Okay. It should not turn. Okay. So it should. So in other words, you have to have a relax. Okay. Then this one. This is matigas no? Matigas. Okay. Relax lang. Okay. This is the proper. The proper is like this. Okay, yan.
This is the swing and follow through.
When you swing your ball, so you have a grip there. Then when you roll the ball, okay, this hand position will stay in the proper clock position. Then you roll the ball, going the thumb out first, then the finger you roll it. Now, the thumb should go out first, then the finger will go out last. But remember, this should be in a straight form. Okay? Then, when the ball is already released, this arm should continue swinging upwards. We call it the follow-through. Okay.
Oh ha? Ito naman ang tamang stance sa bowling.
At least you're in the middle of the lane. Now, yeah, okay, you're in the middle of the lane. Then, in the stance, there is what you call flexibility. We usually teach to flex the knee. So, something like flex. Yeah, okay. With this one, at the back, a little 10% degree forward. So it's like going on a racing. So something like that. So there is what you call the posture.
The posture.
Okay.
At syempre, ang pinaka-importanting 4-step delivery.
So now, let's say if you have the bowling ball with you, okay, you do with the first step, push, then you go with the second step. The second step, this arm should be already down. And because you're going for the momentum, the third step is this one, is the bigger step. So a bigger step, now that's it. Then you're ready to swing because your arm's at the back and you're going for the slide. When you slide, slide. Okay, slide with straight foot. Yan. But there are checkpoints in a slide. The checkpoint is the toe, the knee should be in line together with your shoulder. So you have then the non-bowling arm is pointing on the sideways. So when you release the ball, you have to release the bowling ball below the knee.
Below the knee.
Yes, so try to below and then continue but your body should not go up. Only your arms goes up. Yes. So your body should be in a stationary position. So that's it.
Mahirap.
Mahirap ba?
Coach, alam ko na yan, okay? Don't forget to utter the words short, short, and glide, ha? Remember, kinakailangan hindi masyadong malakas ang force sa pag-release ng bowling ball. At dapat may kaunting tectus.
Okay, let's go. Short, short, and
Ball release! Bang!
see?
Oh ha, I did it! Sa pagsabak ko sa mundo ng bowling, mas lalo akong napalapit sa sport na ito na dati ay nakakatuwaan ko lang laruin. Naramdaman ko din ang sakit ng katawan. Pero at the end of the day, I get to enjoy the day with friends at syempre myself.
Patuloy po na umaasa ang mga Asian at European sports officials na balang araw ay maikakalendaryo na ang bowling bilang isa sa mga Olympic sports. Pero hanggat yan po'y hinihintay, tiniyak naman po ng mga sports officials ng bansa na ipapanatili ang mataas na level ng paglalaro ng mga Pinoy bowlers. Magbabalik po ang PTV Sports Special. Isa sa mga nakikitang mahusay na karateka ng bansa ay si John Paul Behar. Pero kumusta po siya sa kanilang tahanan? Samahan po natin si Miss Nicole Ramos.
It's about time you meet this Pinoy Karate-Do kid himself, and let's visit the crib of 19-year-old John Paul Behar. Hi, John Paul!
Hi, welcome sa bahay, munting bahay. Tuloy kayo. Hi, welcome sa bahay. Meet niyo yung mga Philippine Typhoons.
Right.
Si Pyrexor. Yo, hello, what's up? Si Kuya Engine.
Hi, good afternoon.
Si Sedi.
Hello.
Si Pyric.
Hello.
And our champion, Pai Nino.
Hi.
Yung pamangkin ko,
Hello po! Hi!
tsaka ito yung pinagkakakitaan ng pamilya namin. Sar-Sar Store. Ako yung kumakain. Tara, punta tayo sa mini kitchen namin. Ayan sila. Ang bilis, no? Ito yung place kung saan nagluluto yung mama ko. Nag-prepare siya para sa amin, mga magkakapatid.
Ikaw, nagluluto ka ba?
O, nagluluto ako kaso itlog lang.
Itlog lang.
Sunog pa. Yun na yun, the best.
So, John Paul, ever since ba you were a child, dito ka na nakatira?
Oh, dito na ako tumanda. Di ko kasi rin kaya lumayo kay la mama. Di parang nailang ako. Minsan nung bago ako diyan sa dorm, pag mga 1 week uwi ka agad ako dito. Ayan, uwian. Miss, tas minsan parang kinakabahan din ako kasi wala naman silang kasama dito. Yung papa ko nasa ibang bansa, kuya ko sa ibang bansa. Bali ang na iwan lang dito yung mama ko tsaka yung asawa ng kuya ko. Dito, place na to, minsan pag umuwi ako sa bahay, dito ako nag-warm up, nag-skipping rope. Yan, mga onting moves lang ba na jog reverse, ganyan, kick.
Can we see a little bit? Yung sample lang.
Yan, jump reverse. Yan.
Thank you, thanks.
Ito naman, yung mga award ko, mga nakuha ko sa karate. Ito yung medal ko sa unang-una ko tong medal. Oh, yan, sunod-sunod na siya. Yung pababa. Yan, sunod. Ito, pictures ko. Ito yung first national game ko. Kaso, bronze lang. Ito siya. Ito yung, ito yon. Parang sa akin, ito yung mahalagang medal ko rin nung mga nakuha ko to.
Pinaka-memorable one of the
kahit bronze lang siya, kasi medyo mahirap dati kumuha ng medal sa national game. Kaya, proud na rin ako sa akin kasi kahit bronze, okay na sa akin.
Definitely something.
Nakuha ko siya sa Dumaguete. Dito ako nakuha bilang national team sa -55. Silver. Tapos ito, Kasaki Cup 2012. Ito, naman, sa pang national game din siya sa Kata Bronze. So ngayon, punta naman tayo sa dojo namin kung saan kami nagtre-training. Tara! Pagod. So ngayon, nakita niyo na kung paano yung training namin, yung training ng karate. So enjoy, watch.
So saan ka madalas nandito or tumatambay sa bahay?
Tumatambay, minsan dyan sa baba. Pero more on, pag ako umuwi dito sa dorm, tas overweight ako, dito ako, sa maliit na spasyong to. Nagano ako, minsan, technique ako, jump reverse, skipping rope ako dito, yan. Yun lang,
So paano ka nag-start mag-karate?
Yan, medyo, yan. Nag-start ako mag-karate nung, 9 years old ako. Yung talaga, hindi talaga ako karate ngayon. Siguro, taekwondo ako nagsimula. Yun, dahil yun sa, pinsan ko, yaya niya ako sa tournament nila. Tapos, manood. Tapos yun, tinuruan niya ako mag-kick. Yan, kahit mga 45 kick, yan. Yan yung mga basic nun. Tapos, yun, parang napahiya ako sa mga katim niya. Napahiya ako sa mga katim niya. Pagka-kick ko, kick, tinumba nila ako, pinush nila, tapos tawa sila. Sabi nila, hindi ka pwede mag-taekwondo kasi hindi ka namin ka-team, tapos hindi ka pa marunong, ganyan. Tapos nakiki-join ka sa amin. Tapos sabi ko, okay, tapos tayo ako. Sabi ko, ta-taekwondo ako. Lahat kayo bubugbugin ko.
Sinabi mo yun sa kanila?
Pero nag-taekwondo ako, hindi ko naman sila nakalaban. Hanggang ngayon,
para sa mga kabataan na gusto din mag-karate bilang araw, anong masasabi mo para sa kanila?
Think positive lang. Wag susuko. Kasi sa sport na karate, nandyan yan Nag-training ka ng training, pero natatalo ka, kasama yan sa sport na yun. Ako din, ganun din ako nung bata ako. Ilang tournament ako bago ako medal. 3 tournament ako, talo ako. Minsan pa nga nawiwiwi ako nung bata.
Bukod sa larong bowling, kinilala rin sa mundo ang Pilipinas sa husay ng ating mga Q-Masters. Sino naman po kasi ang hindi makakakilala kina Efren Bata Reyes, Francisco Django Bustamante at Dennis Orculio. Pero gaya po ng bowling, hindi pa rin tinatanggap sa Olympic ang nasabing disiplina. Ito po ang sinilip ni Ms. Meg Joson sa kanyang Interactive Sports o Inside Sports segment.
Billiards, isang world-class sport na makikita mong nilalaro sa mga sulok at kanto sa bansa. Umaga, hapon, gabi, puno ng mga parokyano ang mga billiard center, mapa-high-class man o corner street shop. Isa sa mga nagkaroon ng rags to riches experience sa paglalaro lamang ng billiards ay si Pinoy great Efren Bata Reyes. Ayon sa kanyang kwento ng buhay, halos sa mga bilyaran na natutulog noong araw si Reyes, kaya't mas mabilis na nahasa ang kanyang talento rito hanggang siya ang maging pinaka-exciting at magical pool wizard ng mundo. Higit sa pagiging recreational sport, ang billiards ay masasabing isang mental sport na dinidevelop ang strategic thinking at ang abilidad na kontrolin ang sariling emosyon upang gamitin ang kahinaan ng kalaban.
Isa sa pinaka-popular na sports sa mundo ay ang billiards. Pero alam niyo ba na kinakailangan ng magandang control, tactics at mathematics sa laro na ito? Iyan ang aalamin natin ngayong hapon. Tara! Try ko, ha?
Ganun yun. Nakukuha mo yung basic.
At upang mas magkaroon ng malalim na pagtingin sa larong ito, dinalaw ko ang Palladium Billiard Center sa Quezon City. Nakatuwang isipin na simple lang ang mga gamit na kinakailangan mo para makalaro ka ng billiards.
What you really need is a cue stick, chalk, and that's about it.
Hindi ba? Billiards?
Oh yes, of course, yeah.
Pero syempre, pinaka-importante sa lahat, kinakailangan natin malaman ang scoring system ng sport na ito.
It depends actually sa kalaro mo. It's either race to 7, race to 9. Kung anong napag-usapan niyo. Walang specific na parating race to 5 or race to 7. It depends on both players.
May iba't ibang kategorya ang larong billiards. 8-ball, 9-ball, straight pool, at iba pa. Lahat yan umiikot sa 15 bola. Pero ano nga ba ang pinaka-popular dito?
Nowadays, it's 10 balls and 9 balls. Yan ang very popular game.
What makes you a good billiard player?
Ang billiards is a game of concentration and I would say, hard. If you practice almost every day or consistently, you will improve your game.
Aba-aba, alam niyo ba na may mathematics involved sa mundo ng billiards?
You can see on the table, ang daming dot niyan. Usually, yung mga ibang players, binibilang nila. Tapos, kung anong dot nila patatamaan.
Nako, mukhang challenging ang paglalaro ng billiards. Pero syempre, gusto ko naman na ma-experience ang tamang pagsargo at placing. Let's go, go, go! Unang itinuro sa akin ni Sir King ay ang styles of cueing.
Cueing is preparing yourself to shoot the ball. Okay?
Preparing to shoot the ball.
Yeah. Like, for instance, this style of cueing and the other is close grip. Okay?
May handle.
Oo. Kasi pagka titira ka ng malakas, I would suggest close grip. Pero pagka straight shot lang, na walang pectus or whatever, you can go for the standard cueing style.
Tapos, ang importante sa lahat, ang break.
First, you have to break.
That's breaking.
Yes, that's breaking. Now, pagka walang pumasok na ganyan, the opponent, it's the opponent turn. Yeah. Hanggat may napapasok yung opponent, siya ang titira.
Alam niyo ba na ang pinaka-iniiwasan ng lahat ng billiards player ay ang scratch or bad shot?
Meaning the cue ball accidentally pocketed the cue ball. So it's called the bad shot.
At kapag na bad shot ang isang player, tinatawag naman ball in hand of the opponent ang laro. kung saan bukod ang kalaban na ang susunod na titira, makokontrol pa niya ang laro.
Now it's the opponent's turn. It's ball in hand. The opponent will shoot the ball until he misses or make a foul shot. Yan, if the opponent finishes all the ball, then talo ka na.
Importante talaga na strategic ang paglalaro ng billiards. Ika nga, it's a mind game, kaya naman binigyan ako ng advice ni Sir King.
You first hit the one ball. Now you want your cue ball to be right here, so para may tira ka sa dos. You know? Hindi pwedeng titira ka nang walang kasunod na tira. So kailangan yes, ano mo kung saan mo ilalagay yung pato. Kasi pagka once na shoot mo nga yung one, na-cover ka naman sa two, it's useless.
Kasi
next shot mo, wala na. Pag wala kang pwede mo i-cover para sa opponent mo. Like for instance, ganyan. There's no pocket on the two. So usually what they'll do is put the two right there, pero hindi mo makikita. So, itatago mo siya.
Para yung next opponent.
Yeah, pagtira niya, mahirapan siya. Hindi niya mauubos yung bola. We have so many good players nowadays dito sa Pilipinas. But still, ang pinakamagaling pa rin, idol pa rin ang lahat si Efren pa rin.
Up until now, even if nandun sila Bustamante.
Oh yes, because Efren, may edad na si Efren, pero yung knowledge ni Efren, iba.
Ito naman ang tinatawag na bank shot.
I-bank the ball para pumasok naman dito.
So kung kunyari, meron kayo, yung next shot niya is nasa likod. So,
Okay.
Merong nakaharap sa kanya.
Okay.
How do you usually,
You look for ways na para tamaan mo yung covered ball. You go for the bank. Para tamaan mo yung three. Excuse me. Yan, tamaan mo yung three. Para good shot ka.
Okay, it's my time to shine. Ako naman ang magpapakitang gilas. Sa pagsabak ko sa mundo ng billiards, naiintindihan ko na kung bakit nawiwili ang mga Pinoy sa paglalaro nito. Tunay namang nakakawala ng stress ang ganitong laro at magandang libangan din ito ng inyong barkada. Pero syempre, puhunan ng bawat atleta ng billiards ang kanilang strategic skill, mental focus, at muscle coordination.
Magbabalik po ang PTV Sports Special. Michelle Datuin, Rachel Andakis, Gretchen Ho, Michelle Gumabaw at marami pang iba. Ilan lamang po sila sa mga pinakasikat na volleyballs ng Pilipinas. Pero ang susunod po nating makakasama ay ang sinasabing pambato at masasabing pantapat ng Adamson na si Miss Amanda Villanueva.
Today, let's visit the home court of Lady Falcon, Amanda Villanueva, which is the Adamson University campus in Manila. Let's check it out, guys. Come on. Hi, Amanda.
Welcome to my home. I'm Amanda Villanueva and this is my home. I'll show you around. Let's go.
All right, let's go, guys. So, Amanda, where shall we start?
We should start in my department. It's psychology department because I'm taking up BS Psychology.
Let's go. That's cool. Let's go.
This is the ST building and my classes are usually here at ST building because psychology students and major in art, I usually here. So here and on the 3rd floor. When I study, I usually go to the library because there's a internet access. Though we also have here, but it's a bit poor connection.
So it's way better to go to the library.
Department, psychology department, where usually we meet with the profs when we have unfinished business with them, issues regarding when we have games and we have to talk to them and we're excused for a class. We have other canteens, but I usually go here because the food are good and it's really cheap. Yes.
Let's look at it?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. What I usually eat here is fries, Mr. Crazy Potato, and burger.
Yum! Makes me feel hungry.
Yeah, me too. Santi's Deli. It's really good because it's pure beef. And the cheese is so good.
Yum.
I love cheese. Do you love?
We should grab a snack later.
No. Let's go grab a snack.
Yeah, let's go.
When we have to do some research, we usually go here and surf because we have computers here and books that can help our research projects or assignments or whatever. Yeah, that we'll be needing. Yeah. So let's go in.
Hey, let's go.
Let's go. And by the way, Nico and guys, you have to be quiet here. Shh. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. This is where I go and I need to research and have to do my assignments, you know, cramming. Let's go. But you have to be quiet again. Okay, guys, let's go, let's go. So now I'm gonna take you guys to our gym.
Oh,
let's go, let's go, let's go. Where we usually train.
Nice. So we'll get to see you. Show us a few moves.
This is the gym where we usually train with my college players, the Adamson Lady Falcons. So, but right now they're training the basketball juniors, so we have to go to the other gym. Well, the high school students of varsity in Adamson is training. So let's just join them.
All right, let's go.
I'm gonna show you our dorm. Ooh. Where my teammates are. Let's surprise them. Let's go.
Yes, let's go.
See,
everyone's here.
Yeah, everyone's lying down, sleeping. Not in class. Kidding, just kidding. So now I'm gonna show you my deck where I'm usually at when I don't have nothing to do. I just wanna lie down and relax. Let's go. Let's go. It's messy. This is my deck.
Living here has helped you become more independent, like you do your own laundry, you eat by yourself, you take care of yourself.
Yes.
Nice. So what else do you usually have here? I see there's a minion there at the back. Do you like minions?
Yeah, not really, they're just cute. My teammates love, mimicking them.
Very talented volleyball player. You're really good at it. Are you good at other things? Are you a talented singer, or you have a secret dancing secret, whatever?
I love both, but I prefer singing.
Oh, that's Interesting. Can we hear a little sample of you singing?
Let's do this. And I can't get you out of my dreams. Now I know that you're the dangerous kind. And your smile is tattooed on my mind. And I can't get you out of my dreams.
Wow, that's a beautiful voice, right, guys? The shock.
That's them.
That's the audience. You know, I love your beautiful light brown eyes. They're really light, yes. Are you half foreign?
Yeah, I'm half American, half Filipino.
So who's the foreigner in the family?
My mom. Yes.
So would you say you look like your mom more than your dad?
I look like my dad.
Oh, you look like your dad.
Yes.
Wow. Cool. So, I'm curious, how did you start playing volleyball?
I started playing volleyball when I was grade 6. And then when I entered high school, I joined the varsity team in our school. So there, from that day on, I trained until I graduated from high school, and then I went to LaSalle, and then I transferred, and I'm playing for Adamson.
Really curious because you're very young, you're only 22 years old, and you've achieved so much. You're an ambassador for DTC, and then you're a professional volleyball player for your school. What motivates you to do all these things? What's your motivation?
I guess it's my future. Though partly my family, syempre God above all. But what's always on my mind is my future. Like my family in the future. It's like I'm investing. That's what I'm putting onto my mind. But what I'm investing now is gonna have an impact in my future. Like I wanna show my daughter, son, what I've gone through when I was this age, to keep them motivated also. So my motivation is for my future.
And now, what is your message to, the young people out there, young ladies who want to start a career like you are as a volleyball player right now?
I think you have to do things with love, so with passion, so that parang don't just settle for something good, settle for something better for yourself. Like when you do it, parang you don't stop when you're tired or when you don't want it. You stop when you're done with everything and you're happy, because it's gonna make you feel more contented. Because regrets are, I don't like regrets.
You don't want to think of regrets.
In the end.
Thank you so much, Amanda. I had so much fun talking to you, and thank you for touring us around campus, your home here.
Thank you. Welcome. Bye, guys.
At yan po ang ilan sa mga nakakakiliti at nakakatuwang segments na aming inihatid sa inyo sa taong 2014. At ngayon nga pong pumasok na ang 2015, makakaasa po kayo ng mas action-packed at mas maiinit na mga balitang sports at features dito po sa inyong alternatibong newscast sa gabi. Sa ngalan po ng bumubuo ng PTV Sports at sa tulong na rin ng Rain or Shine, Barako Bull, Ever Bilena, My Phone, Axel, Macbeth, Hookup Watches, Globe Telecom, Amazing Playground, Francis M. Clothing Company, Doc MJ Torres ng Senskin Institute, Frigo, Winston Navarro at Smart Communications. Ako po si Snow Badua at ito po ang PTV Sports Special. Hanggang sa araw ng Lunes kung saan muli po namin kayong makakatuwang sa paghahatid ng mga pinakasariwang balita at pinakamaiinit na sports updates.